Welcome back, everyone, to the third episode of GCB Wrestling Local to Global TEW 2016 WWE 2K18 Mashup Series. That is a mouthful. Anyways, last time I left off, it was after the second episode, had $73 in the bank. We had a show that rated 30, which is one up from the previous week or previous episode, which had just a little recap. We had Biff Wellington defeating Eddie Watts in a match rating of 20. We had Doug Vines beating Larry Cameron in a rating of 27. And JR, King Kong JR Bundy defeating Tommy Jammer, eliminating Tommy Jammer from the Zero to Hero tournament in a match rating of 24. Also, Eddie Watts was eliminated as well. So, in our little round robin tournament, to see who takes down the championship, we have two wrestlers that have already been eliminated, and we also have two wrestlers that haven't even debuted yet, which is the Beer Man Bob Holly and Johnny Grunge. And so they will be debuting this episode. So if we click over to storylines, Group A, we have Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D storylines, one for each. Now Group A still at 12 with an F+ rating. We could probably eliminate Tommy Jammer out of that one since he has been beaten twice. The next one is an E+, 34. Eddie Watts has also been eliminated, so we can remove him as well from that storyline. Group C is at a 17, and Group D is at a 24. So let's get back to the main screen. Tommy Jammer, if you remember from last episode, he is actually has a minor staph infection. He was out 27 days, and now he's got 14 left. Which is okay, because I don't think I'll be using him for the next couple of episodes, so he can rest up and get over his staph infection, and that will be okay. When we left off, I had $73 left in the bank. I have simmed ahead to the next show, which is Ground Zero for tonight. It's gone up to $700 in the bank, so better than 73. Thank you, sponsors. So I will leave it there, and I will create the card, and we'll be back soon. So here we are, night of the show. It's April, week 1. We have decided to go back to the Harvey's Comedy Club in downtown Portland. Cost of it is $300. Maximum seating is 100. If we take a look, and we are expecting 40 fans to show up for this. Last episode we had 34, so hopefully we can get more than 40. And I say this each episode that hopefully we can get more than expected. I feel like everyone is in the same boat when it comes to that. But yeah, it's been lower numbers than I expected. So let's just punch in the 40 here, and just push that. So yes, we got 40 people expected. I'm going to keep it at the Comedy Club, so let's just scroll down. There's Harvey's Comedy Club, and 436 Northwest 6th Avenue, Portland, Oregon. That is the address. I went through, spent about 2 or 3 hours going through event center sites, and I tried to create as many real-life places where you could actually find a wrestling event. I know Harvey's Comedy Club actually hosts current Portland wrestling events. There's not that many, so I should say there's not that many often these days compared to back in the 80s where there was one every week. Not at this venue, but the boot up for the current generation of wrestlers or pro wrestlers, a lot of the time they're at Harvey's Comedy Club. So I figured, throw that in there for a bit of realism. I don't think they get that many people in the doors, so it works out perfectly for our local to global start off venue. So yeah, let's just lock them in and assign the venue there. We had a bit of a locker room incident, I see, so let's check that out. Incident involving Doug Vines. Basically being selfish. Let's just slap him on the wrist and see if that helps. Nothing happened. Axel Rotten, what are you doing, mate? You too are being selfish, and you're a bit lower on the care list at the moment, mate, so might give you a stern warning. He's annoyed at this action, but you know what? You're not that great of a wrestler at the moment, mate. You're only 15 years old, so whatever. So that's dropped backstage rating down to 69%. Don't really like that. But what can you do? Anything else in this screen? Axel Rotten now has some minor moral issues. Oh well, don't care. Because, yeah. So I'm going to create the card and then we'll be back. So I've created the card for tonight's Ground Zero event. Okay, so we have 5 segments, 2 angles, 3 matches. First angle is with Gibsonovich and Johnny Grunge. The next segment is a match between Axel Rotten and Johnny Grunge. The next segment after that is a match Doc Dean with King Kong J.R. Bundy. The fourth segment is an angle with Gibsonovich and Beerman Bob Holly. And then the final main event for the night is Beerman Bob Holly debuting versus Doug Vines. Also, Johnny Grunge is debuting versus Axel Rotten as well. But, you know, we're in Oregon. The Beerman Bob Holly is going to be the crowd favorite, of course. So I have one storytelling match in there, which is the Axel Rotten versus Johnny Grunge match. And all the rests are regular or steal the shows. So yeah, we've got a green light to run the show. So let's get to the show. As you can see from that promo, Gibsonovich and Johnny Grunge cutting a promo not only on Axel Rotten, but Johnny Grunge calling out Eddie Watts. I'm not sure how Eddie Watts is going to respond to that. So he debuted his grunge rocker gimmick, which got an initial rating of awful, which makes it really... Not makes it, but I find it really funny that he gets an awful rating of grunge rocker in the Pacific Northwest. This is the era in which grunge was created in the late 80s, so maybe the people who showed up hadn't really caught on to the grunge scene yet, so poor Johnny doesn't get the love that he was looking for, so I'm sure he's going to be pissed about that. The angle got the show off to a strong start. got the crowd hotter, and the What's First Grunge storyline has started with this segment. So there's more things to come from those two. Any worker improvements? There was none, so let's skip to the next event. Well, welcome everybody to the opening match of the night. Here we have strong words from Johnny Grunge in that interview. He really gave Axel Rotten an earful, as well as evil Eddie Watts, which was surprising. Bit of a cheap shot, I think Eddie Watts is probably thinking. So here we have the second match in this group, in Group C. Axel Rotten's already lost to Norman Smiley, so this is a do or die for Axel Rotten. If he doesn't win this one, he is out, and Johnny Grunge goes on to face Norman Smiley in the in a sudden death matchup in that group. So Axel Rotten's really taking it to the older guy. We have the punk rocker versus the grunge rocker. Johnny Grunge coming all the way from New York. He wanted to see what the grunge scene was here like in the Pacific Northwest. Heard that it's up and coming, and so he's really living the pro wrestling grunge lifestyle, and I think he's pretty happy with it as he's taking advantage of the youngster. Ooh, nice reversal by Axel Rotten. Arm drag deck takedown. Oh, but another reversal. Grunge seeing what he can do. He's got the submission hold there on Rotten, seeing what the youngster can do. And finally, Rotten gets out of it. Big shot to the back there, followed up by a big suplex. Nice move from the youngster. Double axe handle to the back there, followed by some boots. Rotten has actually looked impressive for the youngster there. He knows that it's a do or die. If he loses this one, he is out of the running for the Zero to Hero and for the gold. Johnny Grunge needs to get back into this matchup. Rotten is just all over him. And his nice GCFNB shirt. We won't really go into what that stands for, but you know, here in the GCB, we're not going to really censor our wrestlers too much. And again, Rotten is just taking it to him. I didn't expect this to happen right out of the gate, but Grunge is coming back. Nice belly-to-belly suplex. Followed up by a boot. Gets the youngster up. He's just laying into him. Here we go, another suplex. Oof. Nice suplex there. Getting into some sort of submission hold, but Rotten's getting out of it. Ooh, nice forearm to the face. And Rotten just goes out to the ring, outside the ring. He just trying to gather his thoughts as Grunge is following him out there. This is more of Rotten's sort of game is on the outside of the ring. Oof, into the ring post. Come on, ref, you gotta disqualify him for that one. As the ref gets to a 4 count. Ooh, headbutt by Rotten. Could this lead to a double count out? If so, that would almost guarantee Norman Smiley goes through. So no one wants that. 7 count. They finally break it up. Get it back into the ring. Ooh, reversal by Grunge there. And jawbreaker. Sit down, jawbreaker. Now let's see if Johnny Grunge can capitalize. But, you know, trying a submission hold right near the ropes, that's never going to work out for you. Oof. Again, attacking that leg. Oh, big shot to the face. Irish whip. Over the top. And pulls him back through, and net breaker from the second rope. As his Trunks would say, Johnny Grunge, nothing nice. Gets into the center of the ring. Ooh, jump over, snaps, neck snap there. Grunge whips him into the ropes. Again whips him over the top rope. And again pulls him through the ropes. And again he's going for that neck breaker from the second rope. High impact right on the back of the neck there. Another leg drop. Grunge is really taking it to Rotten now. He's really controlling. Oh, and just as I say that, a reversal by Rotten. Let's see what the youngster can do now. Snapmare takeover into a headlock. Let's see if he's got that in. Does he get it? Has he got it in there? What will Grunge do? He's getting out of it. Ooh, elbow to elbow again. He finally breaks the hold. Irish whip again into the turnbuckle there. Grunge gets him. What's he gonna do with the youngster now? Oh, back in there. Running bulldog. Boom. Oh no. Oh no. He's going up top. He's not really accustomed to doing this. Oh, big leg drop off the top rope. Oh, what's he doing? He should be going for the cover. Instead, some more boots to the face. And there's a reversal by Rotten. Ooh. Let's see what Eddie Watts can do. Rotten reversal. Oh, what do we have here? He's attacking that arm. What's he setting them up for? Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, powerbomb. And to the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Johnny Grunge has eliminated Axel Rotten from Group C. That was a match that I was thinking was going to go the other way, but Johnny Grunge pulls it out. And let's get on to the next match as he celebrates here in the ring. Well, you can see from the match that just finished, Johnny Grunge took out Axel Rotten. So Axel has now lost to Norman Smiley and Johnny Grunge, so he is now eliminated from Zero to Hero. This match got the crowd hotter. I mean, Rotten didn't do particularly that bad compared to Grunge. I think both of them had a stinker, so it's going to be interesting to see where that goes from there. Eddie Watts hasn't been putting on some pretty good performances either, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting feud between Grunge and Watts going forward, so we'll be see what the ratings come with that. Any worker improvements, which is none. So yeah, an F plus 16 rating. Will not be giving any kind words to those two at the end of the show. On to the next segment. And welcome everybody to the second match of the night. Here is a do-or-die matchup in Group A. Winner advances. We have the smaller Doc Dean versus King Kong J.R. Bundy, who, as you might have known from last episode, took out Mike Rotundo and took his place in this group. So they both have victories over one Tommy Jammer, and it looks like this is going to be a nice, evenly fought matchup between these two. The young and the older, the big and the small. Let's see what can happen as Doc goes up to the top rope. Can he take advantage of this? He's waiting. He's picking his spot. And big flying clothesline from Doc Dean. Gets him up. Reversal by King Kong J.R. Bundy. It's really a matchup of the big and the small. But Doc Dean has some surprising power to him as he reversals there. Taking it to the big man. Irish whip. Back into the corner. Running bulldog. Oh, there we go. Facebuster. Up to the second rope. What's he got in plan for? Oh, not much. He realizes that he probably didn't have much, so he got back down. Oh my gosh! A suplex on the big fella by the little one. That's just power that I didn't think he had in him. Oh, what's it? He's doing another one. Another suplex. It's hard to believe that Doc Dean has this sort of power in him to pick up King Kong J.R. Bundy, but he's really taking it to him. Ooh, reversal by the big man. Gets him down on his feet. So far, it looks like the littler Doc Dean is out overpowering King Kong J.R. Bundy. But Bundy's coming back. Irish whip. Bundy with the big plant. He gives him the pin. One. Oof. That ref is very slow. Bundy getting him up. Oh, big uppercut by Doc Dean. Nice reversal. Oh, Bundy just throwing him back down to the ground there. Get down there, little fella. Big kick by Bundy. Really stalking him now. Oh, another uppercut by Doc Dean there. And what's he got planned for? Oh, snap suplex. So he's really taking it to Bundy. You can tell Doc Dean wants to advance out of this group. Loose ass press. Bundy's getting it from Doc Dean. Up to the second rope. Double axe handle on top of Bundy. He's really using those ropes to his advantage. Bundy, though. Nice reversal. Oh, reversal by Doc Dean. Kicks to the face. Let's see what Dean's got in store for him. Oh, knee lift to the gut. Really taking it to Bundy with those fists. But Bundy with the Irish whip. What's he got planned? Dean's in the corner, fighting his way out. And another suplex by Dean. The British man taking it to the big American. But he's down now. Bundy's in control. Using those big hands. Gets the little fella up. Oh, hot shot on the top rope. Oh, big leg drop by Bundy. He's very agile for his size. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2. I mean a 1. Another uppercut by Dean. Oh, gets him down with one big clothesline. I've been thoroughly impressed with how Doc Dean is taking it to Bundy. Has he got another suplex in him? Wow, that is what, number 5? Now he's going... Is he going to the top rope or he's just showboating? That's just very poor judgment by the youngster. That's some inexperience right there. He should have been going for a pin. Stomps to the face of Bundy. Oh, knee to the back of the head. Big chop by Bundy. Back elbow. Kicks. He's got him. He's getting him up. What's it gonna be? Levels him on the top. Reversal by Bundy. By Dean. Back elbows. Look at the quick hands by Doc Dean. Taking him with those fists. Bundy whips him into the corner. Gets him up there. What's he got in store for him? Uh-oh, this does not look good for Doc Dean. If the big Bundy man gets him on this one, it could be lights over. Lights out. Big superplex by Bundy. Gets him into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and King Kong Jr. Bundy takes him out with a superplex from the top rope. And there we have it. Bundy is advancing in Group A, taking out Doc Dean and Tommy Jammer. And we had a much better match, probably the best match of the series so far. Doc Dean versus King Kong Jr. Bundy. In a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Doc Dean had a rating of 19, but Jr. Bundy with the 32. So, wow, he really lifted that. So, any workers' improvements on this? Doc Dean is improving his rumble skills, so he is down to 1-1, and Jr. Bundy has actually taken the group. He is through to the next round, or the semis. So he is our first wrestler to advance in this Zero to Hero tournament. Plus E plus 30, like I said, best ranking or rating of the series so far. So congratulations, mostly to the King Kong, to the Bundy man himself, Jr. Bundy. As you can see from that angle, Beerman Bob Holly is glad to be wrestling in the state of Oregon. He, from the brewery to the squared circle, he's happy to be a pro wrestler now. He cut a promo on Mr. Doug Vines. Gibsonovich was also there. Though his badass gimmick got a rating of poor. How can you give a beer man a poor rating? I mean, especially in the Pacific Northwest, home of the microbrew, or pretty much home of the microbrew. Yeah, that one grinds my gears just a little bit. Gibsonovich came out looking excellent. Bob Holly didn't come out looking good. Group D storyline has gained heat with this, so D with a 42. That's not a bad rating for the angle. So any worker improvements? There were none. So let's skip ahead to the next segment, which is the main event. Bob Holly versus Doug Vines. And here we are, the main event for the night. We have Beerman Bob Holly facing up against Doug Vines. This here is the opening matchup for Bob Holly. Last match, Doug Vines actually pulled out the win versus Larry Cameron. So this is the second match of this group. If you have to think, if Vines can win here, then he's pretty much sealed it up. So he's going on the offensive quick. Oh, big slam on Bob Holly. And here we have the local man, Bob Holly. He's by day he works in the breweries here, lifting kegs from place to place and just doing anything he can in these brew houses or these breweries to make some extra cash. So he is a local guy, you know, the Pacific Northwest, very much known for their hops. So Bob Holly taking the reversal to Doug Vines. Here we go. Irish whip. Oh, reversal by Doug Vines and then over the top. Wow, that was a sequence for Vines. He wants to get this over and done with so he can have a nice relaxing time until the semifinals. But he needs to get Bob Holly back in the ring. If they are both counted out here, then that puts a lot more pressure on... well, actually, count out would work exactly for Doug Vines as well. Oh, big impact move by Vines on the outside there. Stomping away. Oh, knee to the back. It's getting close to a count out here. Oh, Vines put him back into the ring. Puts Bob Holly into the corner there. Oh, reversal by Holly. Gets him up. What's he got to go do with him? Oh, reversal. Oh. Right on the back of the neck. Vines gets him into the middle of the ring. Is he going to pin? Nope. Measured fist. Right to the face. Knee to the top of the head. Or I should say elbow to the top of the head. Going for the pin. One. Just a one count there for Doug Vines. You need to do more than that to put away an opponent in GCB. Loose press by Vines, taking it to Holly. Gets him up. What's he got? Oh, reversal by Holly. Fireman's carry by Vines. This is a back and forth match at the moment now. Though the advantage has basically been all Vines for most of the match. Into a gut buster right there. Oof. Punch to the breadbasket there. Oh, swing and a miss by Holly. Vine's going to capitalize, is he? Oh, big DDT. Very big. Let's see if he can capitalize. Vines must have hurt himself on that one as well. He's slow to get up. But there you go. There's the pin. One. Oh. Bim and Bob Holly kicking out again. This is one tough guy. Taking across. Oh, reversal by Holly. Again, elbows to the chest. Big uppercut by Holly. What has he got planned for him? Kicks to the back. Holly going to the second rope. Is he taunting? Oh, kicks. And missile drop kick from the second rope. What's he got planned here? Ew. Well, I don't know why he's showboating right now. He should be going in for more damage to Vines, as Vines has really been on the offense. Oh, reversal to the side. Running attack by Vines. Holly has no other option just to roll out of the ring. Actually, if they both draw, then it would be on Bob Holly to win his next one to face a playoff, so to speak, between these two men. Holly throws him back into the ring. He wants to finish this inside the ring. What's he got planned here? Oh, big DDT. He's got him pinned. Oh, kicks out before even one. Doug Vines says, no, sir, none of that is happening tonight. Holly has to be really frustrated with that. He thought he might have had him. Oh, what's he have here? Is this his move? Keg drop! He hits him with the keg drop. You need to pin him now, son. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Beer Man Bob Holly with the keg drop eliminates, or doesn't eliminate, but picks up the victory over Doug Vines. And there you have it. His debut match for the GCB Local Man Bob Holly, Beer Man Bob Holly. Woof. E25. Not as what I expected. I figured these two would put on a pretty decent show. Both are pretty good brawlers, actually, so I figured they would have a decent match. Well, they're the two best brawlers on the roster, so yeah, but Beerman Bob Holly, he gets the pin there. Doug Vines was visibly tiring towards the end. Seriously, Doug, mate, you can't last 10 minutes. That's a bit rough. The match got the crowd buzzing. Beerman Bob Holly actually underperformed compared to Doug Vines. That's very surprising. I figured Bob Holly would be the shining light in this matchup, but I guess Doug Vines, he was the one putting in the most of the work, or some of the work, majority of the work. Group D storyline has advanced with this segment, so it didn't drop in heat, which is good. So it's just advanced. So that is the show for this week. We had 43 people show up, so let's actually take a look over there. Let's get it up to the attendance. 43 people, which is finally, we had 3 over expected. So we expected 40 people, 43 people showed up. The tickets, by the way, are $10 per ticket. Just have a little Excel document here, or spreadsheet document. Take my monthly sales and divide it by the monthly attendance to get the ticket cost. And that way I can plan better for how many people, which venue to try and pick each week. And so, 43% capacity, obviously we want to get that higher and higher each week. So, it's a nice jump from 34. So I'm happier about that. So let's see what the end of show rating is. And we got a 29. So if memory serves me correct, we got a 29 in the first show, 30 in the second, and a 29 again. I'm thinking I should have actually had JR Bundy and Doc Dean's match as the main event. That was probably the better way to go there. But, oh well, you live and learn. So I'm not too fussed about that, since this is the starting of a new company. I'm definitely not giving Johnny Grunge and Axel Rotten kind words, so let's go with JR Bundy, Beerman Bob Holly, and of course Doug Vines. I'm just going to give them encouragement. They didn't really do that great. They will all seem pleased, and that's great. So after the event, we have a negative balance of 1,234. That's 1,234. Like I said, this is going to be getting out of debt for the first couple of months, I think, or the first 5 to 6 shows. That's my goal. That's my ultimate goal, is to get out of debt and start making money for this company. Getting in some better talent towards the end of the year. See if we can put on some better shows. So, I'm not too fussed about that. Our next event is in 13 days. It's Ground Zero, since it is a fortnightly show. Don't have much more to say about this episode, other than it got 43 people through the turnstiles or through the doors, so can't be too unhappy about that. Had an over of 3 instead of an under of -1 like the other 2 shows. So I'm somewhat happy. It's going decent, so hopefully we can improve upon that in the next couple episodes. So for myself, thank you very much for watching this episode. I am happy that you guys have been watching. try and get my viewership on YouTube. If you need to, if you have any sort of feedback or any, okay, let's just rewind it. If you have any feedback for me, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I'm willing to take advice on, how I can improve this show. I will take everything into consideration. So thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a great day, and we'll catch you down the road. Thank you.